Woven fabric swatches, sketches, runway clips flash across the screen, and Style Odyssey Hub in a clean, chic font. The friendly yet edgy host, wearing a mustard yellow blazer, a white t-shirt and high-waisted jeans with big sneakers, speaks from a cool studio-style environment. In the background is a rack of clothes and a sewing machine, and on a table behind her is a mood board with magazine clippings and fabric samples. Hey, Style Explorers! Glad to have you again at Style Odyssey Hub, the land of fashion dreams. I'm Stylo, your captain on this glorious ride into the realm of dress, and today we're continuing with episode 2 of our fashion fundamentals. If you caught the premiere, you know we're all about distilling the essentials to help you slay, whether you're sketching a design, curating looks, or just trying to nail the perfect fit for a first date. Today's topic? The secret to unlocking your style potential? And let me tell you, this is going to be filled with tips, inspo, etc. So grab your coffee, like the post, let's rock and roll. So why concern yourself with fashion basics? Let's begin with the big one, self-expression. What you wear is your own billboard, a message about yourself before you've even said a word. So you walk into a room wearing a leather jacket and ripped jeans, and people all of a sudden have that edgy, rebellious vibe. Or you put on a fitted blazer and pencil skirt, and all of a sudden you're exuding boss energy. But managing to do that on purpose isn't merely serendipity, it's skill. Learning the fundamentals, such as color theory, gives you the ability to wield that power. Red, for example, screams confidence and passion, which is why I'm wearing this bold lip today. A soft blue, on the other hand, can make you look calm and friendly. And knowing this allows you to choose colors that suit your mood or the energy you wish to exude. It's like the secret weapon you have in your closet. And it is not only about color, it's shapes, textures, proportions, all the good stuff. Ever noticed why one outfit pops but another flops? Which is where fundamentals such as silhouette and balance come into play. Let us go over an example to clarify. Adding a luscious silk skirt to this chunky knit sweater creates a cozy meets chic contrast that reads very intentional. Or if you're used to dressing for your body type, if you have curves, an A-line dress can accentuate your waist while gliding over your hips. These aren't just arbitrary hacks, they're principles you learn when you get into the nitty-gritty of fashion basics. They leave you guessing what works without them. With them, you're creating outfits that shout you. It's like talking a visual language, and believe me, everyone's listening. So now that we've got the occupation part taken care of, let's get to creativity, because I know that some of you are like, wait, rules? Don't they box you in? Nah, fam, they set you free. Consider fashion fundamentals to be the grammar of style. Personality, you learn it so you can break the rules like a boss. Let's say you know about proportions, like that a cropped jacket will shorten your torso. Or a long trench can give you height. Once you have done that, you go to experiment. Perhaps you throw an oversized hoodie over a fitted mini dress and chunky boots for a street-style vibe that catches eyes. It's a kind of bold move that can only work when you have the know-how in the bedrock. It's like a cook knowing their pantry. Suddenly the kitchen isn't intimidating, it's your playground. And this is not only catered to designers. Whether you're styling your friends, posting fits on Insta, or just experimenting with your daily looks, the basics will let you have fun without the mess. Alright, let's be real for a minute, fashion isn't just fun, it's an economic force. I read online that it's worth more than $1.5 trillion worldwide, and it's not just for strap-in stiletto divas. We're talking retail, marketing, journalism, even tech jobs like designing VR clothes. But here's the tea, it's competitive AF. Whether you dream of having your own clothing line or working as a buyer for a major brand, studying fashion fundamentals will give you a huge advantage. For example, the process of learning pattern making, how to transform a flat piece of fabric into a three-dimensional garment, doesn't just allow you to have something to create, it also lets you learn about production, how to speak with manufacturers and spots quality when you thrift. Or consider trend forecasting, Determining what comes next isn't only cool, but a job brands will pay tremendous amounts of money for. The basics carry your foundation to specialism. Turn or maybe start that Etsy put you've been daydreaming of. And don't sleep on sustainability. Fashion is about more than looking good, it's about doing good, too. The industry's doing waste a bad when fast fashion's churning out the clothes faster than we can wear 'em. But learning the fundamentals will worth your time. You hear about textiles, for example, why organic cotton could be gentler on the planet than polyester, or methods to preserve the life of your clothes. Imagine creating a jacket that's not just fire, but that's meant to survive for years, or building an eternal capsule wardrobe for your bestie, not an on-trend one. That's the type of impact you can make if you know how. It's not just about being a better creator or shopper, it's about being part of a movement to make the fashion industry more responsible. And if we're being real, that's kind of dope. Now, let's take a brief trip through history, because fashion is not just fabric, it's culture and history, and even psychology. It takes you on this epic ride through time when you study the fundamentals. What made flapper dresses in the 1920s shout rebellion? The women ditching corsets after World War I. Or how 60s hippies rejected the norm with tie-dye. You discover how clothing shapes identity and values around the world. Like the sari in India, a length of cloth, worn in a million ways, each fold a thread in a whole tradition. Understanding this doesn't only deepen your love for fashion, it does one better. You're a better storyteller, whether that's designing, blogging, or simply rocking a look and understanding what it really means. Plus, it saves you from cultural faux pas, like the knowledge of a kimono's pattern meaning so you don't end up inadvertently disrespecting a sacred tradition. Let's translate to everyday life for a minute, because even if you're not gunning for a fashion career, those fundamentals are straight-up life hacks. Ever had trouble dressing for your body? The game changes with learning proportions. Telling you suddenly why there's such a thing as a high-waisted jean and why it works for your body, or why a V-neck opens up your shoulders. It's like a cheat code for confidence. Or shopping, if you can tell the difference between the real deal and a cheap knockoff, well, that will save you money long-term. You will see the double stitching that says a coat will last, or the synthetic blend that will pill in a week. These aren't just skills for the professionals, they're for really anyone who wears clothes, which, includes all of us. And here's the icing on the cake. If you study the fundamentals of fashion, you are in touch with a whole community. Whether it's Insta groups, local classes, or online forums, you'll come across people who geek out about the same things you do, people who live for the perfect hemline or the psychology of why pink feels flirty. That network is not only inspirational, it's a treasure trove for collabs, mentorships, even friendships. Or you find a study buddy who becomes your biz partner, or a teacher who connects you with a dream internship. Fashion's about your personal vibe, I'm sure, but it's also the energy of others who love it as much as you do. So, why learn fashion fundamentals? That's why they're the key to unlocking a world where creativity, practicality, and impact coexist. They allow you to be intentional, fearless, and smart in an industry, or, say, a closet that requires it. They transform clothes from mere things we wear into vehicles of art, identity, and change. Whether you're imagining striking a pose in front row at Paris Fashion Week, hoping to dictate trends, or simply looking to shine in your own skin, it all begins with the basics. This isn't about rules, it's learning them so you can break them your way. And in a world in which first impressions often begin with your fit, that's an invaluable superpower to possess. They transform clothes from mere things we wear into vehicles of art, identity, and change. Whether you're imagining striking a pose in front row at Paris Fashion Week, hoping to dictate trends, or simply looking to shine in your own skin, it all begins with the basics. This isn't about rules, it's learning them so you can break them your way. And in a world in which first impressions often begin with your fit, that's an invaluable superpower to possess. As ever, keep slaying, keep creating, keep adventuring on your style odyssey. Catch you in the next one.